I'm a fucking idiot. Oh fuck, this is live? What? Oh no. Where's my script? I can't do this without my script. Oh, there it is. So, I'm here. Whoop-de-doo. So, yeah, I haven't been feeling too well recently. So I've decided to completely change everything. I no longer eat garlic. And not for the way that it makes you smell and, you know, the ladies flee with their dainty little legs from the sight of your own shadow, you know? But I don't no more veggies, and I like to go for strolls at the dead of night with a cape. You see, the thrill of stalking and preying on the innocent, you know, in the dark reaches of the netherworld night. See, the only thing that satisfies my unquenchable thirst is the supple, you know, throbbing veins of a young girl's neck. You see these sprinters, you know? I don't know who they're running from. You know, maybe their fathers or something. But, you know, they're always going on it. It's not safe to go around at night. It's not safe to prowl. Or, sorry, prowl. I can't even speak. It's not safe to prowl at night anymore. Especially if you're a woman. It's not. You don't ever see, you know, lady monsters, do you? No, there's only. It's only men who are the monsters in the society that we live in. That's social commentary. We leave that to the professionals, such as the streamers, because they know everything, and we know nothing. I'm not a streamer. I barely fucking do this. Why am I venting? That's not funny. So, what was I saying? Yeah. So these sprinters, you know, they're doing this really late at night. I don't know what they're doing for the rest of the day, but they have a Fitbit, and they have a cap and a ponytail, and they're running around, and they're at the docks, you know, the safest place to be. And if while I'm doing I don't know what speed to go. You know, I'm not sure. Well, I can't gauge the distance. Okay, I don't know if I should, you know, have a leisurely pace and hang back, just my towering figure behind a lamppost or something. You know, that frightens them. Or if I speed up, then I'm clipping the back of their heels, and then they think I'm a real weirdo. You know, he's a stalker. You see, if you're good looking, you're a secret admirer. You know, whereas if you're like this ghastly man that I am, you know, people, you know, they screech. You know, and they scream when they see me. So you know, that's not good. And then the alternative is this. I always see these big, girthier ladies, you know, and they're on their small little bikes. And, you know, surprising enough, and to their credit, they're faster than the sprinters. And I'm just thinking, they're going to do all that work, you know, burn all those calories, you know, that they worked hard to acquire and eat. All for it to end up on a slower form of transport. It's like running on foot. What? You're not gonna get away from the men on foot. That's how you know you meet more of them. They don't go for the for some reason never go for the big ladies. I don't know why that is. They're easy. You think they're easier prey, but it's only when it's uphill or something, and you know they come flying down the hill. You know, the opposite of Kate Bush. But you know, this is just an aside here. I read this. I was looking up this TV show from the 1970s called Beretta. It's a detective show. And then Google, my good old trusty Google, because we live in the future now. I don't have to think, or I don't even have to come up with anything. If there's an AI version of me, maybe he'd do better. But I like the booze and cigarettes and all that. So trending TV shows. This is one of the things that popped up while searching up Beretta, an old 1970s detective show. This is a good indicator where we are, and maybe we need another writer's strike. But the trending TV shows Number one, Love Island, which is unfortunately, it's a reality show, and there's 12 seasons of it. I mean, how much love can there be on those fucking islands? And we won't bring up a certain guy we all know about. Love on an island rarely ends well. Whatever fucking Shakespeare said. Next, Department Q, 1 season. Then we got Ginny and Georgia, and that's a drama. Got 3 seasons. Meanwhile, Beretta ran from 1975 to 1978. It's got 6.7 out of 10 stars. I don't know what that means. Usually, if there's a 5-star rating on something, you say, "Oh, I don't trust that." And one of the earliest, when you're a child, you make jokes. Every single child has said, "Why is it called 4-star pizza?" They didn't, it's obviously not great. Why not just lie and say you're 5-star pizza, That'd be better. But I've been trying to get fit, get into shape. That isn't a circle, But you see these health influencers. They do a really bad job of motivating you to change your ways. But here's what they try and tell you. Did you know, if you eat eggs, for every meal, from dusk till dawn, for a post-breakfast snack, an egg, and then for lunch, an egg, and then for dinner, more eggs, and midnight snack, eggs. If you keep that up, you might live the grand old age of 80 years old. Then your gear stick don't work too good. That's the life I want to live. Walking around aimlessly for 2 hours and eating nothing but eggs. Yeah, it sounds really good. Those stories you have of, oh, there goes Wilson. I couldn't think of any other name. There goes old Willie Wilson. He's got nothing better to do. He's just got boiled eggs in his pocket and a fierce ego. He's going from town to town and he don't do much of nothing. Like the rest of us. We smoke on the job, but god darn it, we work. We work the soil. And he is good for rotten. He's a rotten egg, I tell you. He's a rotten egg. But, I got I got one of those trainers. And he told me, you see, it's not enough to just do all this. He says, and this is the problem I have, the way they frame, if you want to lose weight. This is how they frame it. If you get on that treadmill and you work up a big sweat for an hour, and you're boiling red, and, you're really exhausted and tired, and you're like, oh man, I'm so hungry after that. Well, congratulations, you won the privilege of having a Kit Kat Mini. I'm like, what? Yeah. So, get this. You've burnt, this is how they say it, you've burnt the equivalent of a Kit Kat Mini. That just makes me want the Kit Kat regular, And then I have to do another hour to warrant, that I fucking worked up all of that energy for nothing. And keep this up forever, It doesn't work out well, Like, that's why they call it a workout. And it doesn't work out in the end. I'm pretty sure you still die at whatever age. But no, I don't want to get morbid. But, yeah, that's why they call it a workout. You work for nothing. You get your money for nothing and your Kit Kat not for free. But now here's the kicker. They got this new thing. It's not just a Kit Kat. It's a Kit Kat protein edition. You see, this is how they get you. It's good for you. It's got protein in it. It's like, no. No, it doesn't. Just because there's protein written on it doesn't mean automatically every chocolate bar you see is good for you. I remember seeing Lion bars years ago and thinking, wow, look at them. You feel like a real lion eating those, but they're really terrible actually. Never mind. But yeah, everyone likes to bring up that Yorkie thing. Oh, sexist chocolate bar. You know, Yorkie. It's only for men. You know, and they think things are gone awry today. But it was a marketing thing because the ladies didn't give a fuck. They're like, I can eat a fucking chocolate bar just like a god awful man. Those ugly pigs. And then they scoff all these Yorkies and then they wonder what the fuck happened. You see, we're all fools underneath the umbrella that is, you know, the working world and all that other shit. I fucking digress, man. I don't even know what that means. But I like how the R is red and the E is red in this title screen. See, I need to get my thoughts out before I forget them. And it's all scratched up to hell. Hell in a handbasket, you know? The world's gone to hell in a handbasket, I tells you. At some stage, I'll tell my people. I saw a video about a guy complaining about oh yeah, there's a nuclear holocaust on its way. We're due one. And the advice he gave, he was like into stocks or something. If I was him, I'd put my stocks into water bottles or something. Yeah, with the cap attached. Who knows? I'm not here to talk politics. So I was on about this. So my trainer, he says, you know, I'm at the gym, I'm pumping the pythons, you know. And I have my, like, really weak, like, arms. And he's telling me, you can do it, push, push, push. You know, think it's like, poor women have to do that when they, you know, every 9 months when, you know, want some time off. But that's, for another time, I can't speak on their behalf. But I'm going to speak, because, you know, I'm really weak. And, you know what they say? I only eat bad food on weekdays. Yeah, every day's a weekday for him. He's a big fat guy, you know? And then what does he do? Does he eat good food on like the weekends? That's actually bad food. It's not good for you at all. And then they tell you, oh, fruit's full of sugar, and you're like, oh well, I'm fucked now. What? I hope whenever in the future, I don't give a fuck about the present people. I only care about the future people. Because I did not spend all this time to sit here yapping to no one, you know? Whether this is received poorly now or received better in the future. We only cared about Marcus Aurelius after 1,000 years. We got all of his books on the bookshelf there. You know, he's making a couple of denarius for himself. His book is a bestseller, but why would you take some really great, like, you know, you're taking life advice from a dead guy? That, if there's one person in the world you're not going to take advice from, it's somebody who's dead. You know, everyone's vain. Everybody, you know, vanity in that. But why, you know, things have probably changed since thousands of years ago, you know? People like to say, you know, a lot of, you know, sayings and stories to help you, but sometimes, you know, the person giving you the advice might not be the best person to be listening to, you know? And I really should be listening to my trainer. So I'm, you know, there at the gym, and it stinks, and he's like, come on, keep going, you know? And I can barely do, like, 5 of these things. And he goes, you have to burst your muscles, come on. You have to do something. And I'm ready to get sick. Like, my stomach is just, like, got knots in it and butterflies and that. Don't know why I've been eating them. But he says, you see, what you're doing wrong, and he says, you need a pre-workout ritual. I'm like, what? A ritual? What? Like, you know, pass me some salt? And he goes, no! Like, I was trying to make a joke. I was just like, you know, pass over the salt, and we'll make a pentagram or something. He goes, no! It's like, none of that fucking religious shit, okay? He thought I was thick, and he says, what a pre-workout ritual is a lot of things that you eat before you work out to see benefits. I was like, oh, right. And he goes, if you do all this, then only then will you be acceptable in people's eyes. You know, people start respecting you. You know, you won't just be a small, average kind of person. You'll be an average person with a slightly better physique. They say physique. Sounds like a French word, but so the pre-workout ritual is this. So first, I need you to boil some rice. I was like, okay, I'm boiling rice. Now, I want you to boil some chicken. I was like, okay, I'm boiling the chicken. Right, congratulations. You've done the hardest part. Okay, and I recommended boiling all this food and then putting it in a plastic container and freezing it for the week. Oh no. So I'm gonna have to eat this every day now? Yes. Otherwise your abs will disappear. Because that's what people want to see. You're gonna have to walk around with a shirt every day for anyone to care. But people don't care anyway. And you're not immune to bullets or anything. You know, we all know that body standards are out of control as is. But what was I saying? Yeah, the pre-workout ritual, there's more to it. So, in any case, that's not enough. And after you do all that, I recommend 3 bananas. So I'm like, okay, I ate the 3 bananas, and this is like 5,000 calories or something. And then, this is the best. This is the ultimate thing you need. Otherwise, you'll see no results. You get this powdered mix from the gym, and you put water in it, and you mix that around, and it makes it like a cement. And then you know, chase that down with 3 Monster energy cans. So like I'm seeing red like a bull, you know. And he goes, get up on that treadmill there and start showing me some energy. Come on, put some work into it. So he has me slaving away on the treadmill, and you're just going on for ages and ages, you know. And you're just staring into the distance and you just really want it to end. And then you collapse from a heart attack. He's on a 0-calorie diet now. And then about 3 weeks go by because none of your friends kind of, care about you anymore. And then the manager of the gym rolls over. He's rolling around. He only cares about the money anyway. He doesn't want to work out himself. Yeah, you can't be on that treadmill there. You're hogging the machine there. And emphasis on that word. I'm not a great man for words, but then it takes like 3 of those guys to haul you off that. And also clean down the equipment, you dirty pig. After yourself. You're disgusting. And then you know how you never wore we're gonna get a makeup artist for you, and they're gonna put this stuff on your face. I know you weren't into this when you were around, but we gotta make you look kind of like alive, I guess. You're gonna freak people out if you don't look like us. Instead of a thing, we want you to look like a person, you know. And then they get this suit and they stretch it over your hulking frame, you know. And then they do your hair, and you know, you kind of look like a person now. And then they make sure you got nice boot black shoes, you know, sheened to a perfect shine. And then the next kind of week or so goes by, and all your friends get together that where didn't see you for 3 weeks. So anyway, at the funeral they'll go, you know, Derek, he wasn't the brightest guy around. You know, that's why he got me here to, you know, talking for him. But I'll tell you this, he wasn't a small guy by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, he wasn't a small guy with freakishly giant arms and legs and a disproportionately freakish head. No, what he was a big man with an even bigger heart, which is one of the reasons why he's no longer with us. But you know, he'd lift you up whenever you were down. You know, he'd lift your spirit up, so to speak. And speaking of which, Frank and I really struggled, you know, picking his casket up that hill, and oh my god, are our arms tired, you know? If he was around, at least he'd be able to lift it himself, the fucker. But you know, I don't mean to curse in this place of sanctimony, you know? It's unbecoming of me. But anyway, what was I on about? Yeah, you know, it's really sad what happened to him, and you know, he did relieve himself due to the sugar-free monster during the service, and you know, Auntie Maggie had that egg allergy. Well, she passed away during that. That's great. We're gonna have another service for that. But you know what? I didn't really know the guy very well, but I'm sure he was a great guy, and oh, we're gonna miss him. Yep, we're gonna miss him real bad, because you know, for us average and scrawny guys, we really cared about him. We're sure he was a good guy in his you know, his private life. We didn't really know much about him, but yep, he's gone now. But yeah, I'm starting to feel really bored, and oh, did anyone want to get a pizza or something? Oh, and I forgot to mention this. His arms are going to make great promotional, you know, material for our gym and our protein shakes. Yeah. But you know, I have a life to get back to here. You know, I can't just be standing around here, you know, talking. I'm not very good at this talking thing. You know, they say public speaking is one of the scariest things there are, but I'll tell you, no. I think dying is, and you know, at least I got over my first fear. But you know, I have a life to go back to, so I'm gone, and that's pretty much it. But that was my quick aside, we'll say. So, yeah, that's what I've been up to. And, I'll tell you what, we'll get to playing the fucking game next year. What's that saying? I think I'm spent. Nah, I'm only just messing. But we gotta go to break. But stay tuned, because we will be playing Resident Evil 2. And we're back. That's right. So, before I get really into the meat... Oh, hey. No music. We've done enough of that. Sorry about that. And we're back. Again. You know, I really want to get into the meat of this game. It's all... Get the meat in the bones. You want to get the meat on them bones. But instead of me talking to like I want a barbecue rib or something, what I'm thankful for, this is what I'm going to get on to you about. Luigi Mangione, the accused guy. You know, there hasn't been a man who's walked this earth who hasn't been accused of something, you know? So, allegedly, he did something bad. But, anyway, he's made a new list. Of things he's thankful for after turning 27. So, 27 things he is thankful for. So I thought I'd do my own list. So, he put out a list, and it's not what you think it is. It's not a hit list, but it is a list of things he's thankful for. I think I'm after Lupin or something. So, here's my list. Let me find my fucking list, actually. Hold on, I have papers here. Oh, one of these better be my what I'm thankful for list. Remember to get more bog roll. No. Be nice to people. Oh shit. Oh, next one says don't curse. Oh great. Learn to work out. Ah crap, I didn't do that either. It's not looking good. That's a recipe to make pizza. The random thoughts of a deranged man. Yeah, I don't want that. A poem. My to-do list, which includes the stream. This is fucking old. The 15th. Ellen clip? I don't know what the fuck that has relevance to. Ketchup. I think I spilt something on this. 10,000 steps. What? Cuban neutral? Health experts. Stay hydrated. Okay, tips for stream. This has nothing to do with what my list, but this is an older list. Tips to stream. Lie. No facts. Loading. I don't know what that means. Put an echo on. Remember to play the rest of Silent Hill 2. Oh, didn't do that. American cop voice. I have an American cop voice? What? If I die, credits. Oh, these are my old ones. And then it just says Neil deGrasse Tyson. I don't know. I'm on the... I can't seem to... Oh, there it is. I'm gonna shuffle my papers like a newsman. Hold on. There. So... You know what I'm thankful for? I'm thankful for... Let me see. I'm thankful for public bathrooms. So a guy like me can have a place all to himself. I'm also thankful for dogs. Especially ones that bark at everything so I know when to wake up. I'm thankful for the internet. And the many hours I've spent looking up words I use every day. I'm also thankful for... I'm thankful for people like Luigi Mangione and his line of frozen pizzas. So a guy like me can get a meal that's affordable and... Oh, it's not good for you. I'm also thankful for McDonald's. And without them, I wouldn't get a coffee. That wasn't even on the list. And I'm thankful for... I need to fill out the other 20 odd things. I think I'm coming up a bit short. But let me delve into the absolute bones of this game. So like anything, there's a fucking story in games. Who remembers when games had no... Like, what? The E.T. game had like no story. Also, we're gonna do a new game. I did a test fire of this, and I went into that, and that was fucking tragedy. So it was new game because you can't start without this one because the other one I believe it mixes it up. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Raccoon Police. Now, it doesn't seem like something that goes together very well, you know? But what are my thoughts on the police anyway? They've got their hands full, those Americans, with the LA stuff, haven't they? I should be in a donut shop or something. No. I'm thinking about food. Yeah, I remember this. Listen to this. Saw a video, and it was one of those TikTok videos. And it said, come with me to the best vegan spot in Dublin, right? The Saucy Cow. I don't know about you, but when I'm craving a juicy, succulent soybean shaped into the carcass of a dead animal, like we call it a burger, but you know, I want to think of a saucy cow. You know, the saucy plant doesn't seem very appetizing. So if I'm a vegan, and the only thing on my mind all the time, you know, it's a saucy cow. I'm sure they have good food, but you know, since I've now besmirched their good name, if they ever came for me, I'd say they had beef with me, you know. But just a random thought I had again there before I get started. I don't want to forget my random thoughts because you ever forget something, and you're talking to someone, and you both have that dumbfounded face, but it's only you who really forgot anyway in the first place, and you go, "Oh, I remembered it wrong." You know, it's up to your own brain. You know, you are the reason you remembered it wrong. You know. It's Nelson Mandela. It's the Mandela effect. He got it wrong. And all he's guilty of is, just stopping apartheid in South Africa, you know? And every time you forget what the name of that film was, I'm sorry there, Nelson. It just seems to me, it's occurred to me that it's your fault. You know, it's not my fault that I remembered it wrong. It's yours. But, what I find interesting about AI is whenever it makes a video or pictures or like game graphics, they all have that 80s lizard people look. You know, where's fucking Bono when you need him? The starving zombies. So between these two, we got Leon. I was gonna say Fitzgerald. It's because of a certain John F. Kennedy. Got Leon Scott's Fitzgerald Kennedy. And we got Claire Redfield. I wish I could do my David Lynch, but I feel like it's still a bit sad about him. They auctioned off all of his stuff I saw recent, which is really, really sad. And all of your personal belongings ended up not in the I prefer my stuff going into the bin. At least somebody wants is my fucking my M&M mug. Oh, every time I look at that, you know, people attach sentimental value to inanimate objects, and then people start crying because it reminds them of somebody they like. Oh, I just been overcome with I'm just drenched in tears looking at that M&M mug. And speaking of drenched, Leon's car, Jeep, is being drenched, and he got the fog lights on. So, after a few days of radio silence from his new post, Leon Scott's fucking Kennedy drives to Raccoon City. Okay, Raccoon City. To scope things out. I thought he had a job. Unbeknownst to him, a nightmare awaits. Whereas for Claire, it's a different nightmare awaits Claire, who is unaware. It's kind of like rhyming like a Roald Dahl thing. He's unaware, or she's unaware. It's a she, of just how drastically her very ordinary life is about to change. An unordinary life and an ordinary life. I'm gonna go with the unordinary. I'm sorry, but I'm standard. I'm not hardcore like some people. the strippers and whatnot.
Look, man, I'm serious, okay? I saw this with my own eyes.
Oh, this is exactly what I want to see.
Believe you. Just tell us a story.
Greasy,
Okay,
non-air fried
Friday night, I was
piece
walking
of
home from
poultry
the
or some
bar.
Chicken.
Started coming towards me.
burger.
She was staggering, you know, so I figured she was drunk.
Really did a great job on that.
Whoa. Okay, tell us, be honest now. How many drinks did you have?
No, man, I barely had a buzz on.
Oh, come on.
Look, just listen, all right? She got closer, and I got a good look at her. You had to see her eyes, her nose.
Yeah, that's just an empty road. It looks like an off-road too.
Yeah.
She looked like a corpse. Like a walking corpse, man.
Sounds like my wife.
I've never seen anything
Chicken.
like it. I haven't been able to sleep since that night.
All right, calm down, buddy. Calm
It's an old style 1990s radio.
Don't give in to fear out there, right?
Yeah, well, you got that right. If you freeze up around these things, they'll sink their teeth in you. I should attack somebody.
Oh, come on. Just getting good.
How big is that burger? He's hauling ass.
I need some sleep.
You know, hits like a truck is definitely the saying, isn't it? Ooh. I hope she was wearing a safety belt. Oh my god. And not him or anything. I heard that the brakes on a truck are always supposed to be like they're always on. Because, you know, that could happen. The most powerful brakes in the world, and you know, a 20-ton truck hits you. It's just not good.
What do I do? What am I gonna do?
Now she seems fine. Ah, the classic cut to black. The smell of these authentic 90s cars are something else. Modern cars don't have a smell at all. If there's no, like, you know, ash or cigarette smell in the car, and there isn't a lot of shit, there's like a lot of gick in the back seat, are you really, like, you know, living? You know, there's always that accusation of, oh, men without women living, you know, they're living in the back of their cars. I don't know why I gave it that sort of accent.
No one's around.
No, nobody's about. It's a quiet Saturday. People are off clubbing. Do you know what used to be big in the 90s that isn't big anymore, thank God? AIDS. I heard it's making a comeback, but along with the bubonic plague. But the King of Pop was big around then too, fucking Michael Jackson. And he wasn't riddled with AIDS though, but he might as well have been. So we got the Mizoil gas station. If there was a petrol station I remember quite fondly, it was oh look, I don't, you youngsters, you know, won't know what this is. A telephone booth. So let's spend a bit of time and have a gander at this while I'm in the pouring rain. Actually, let's stand underneath the cover and not get him a cold. Look at those details. Didn't have that in the 90s, I tell you. That tells you good. 1998, they didn't have, you know, that attention to detail with their pre-rendered backgrounds and their tank controls and their, you know, PlayStation 1 memory cards and all this. They had their Northern Irish gamers, you know. Remember, it's Pride Month for the gamers, you know. I love how Northern Irish people say game. They go, game? Just playing a game. But this telephone. Playing a game of telephone and all this. Years ago, I was Chinese. No, that's Shenmue. I'm putting the controller down for the story, anyway. But years ago, before you had the internet, you had, more prevalent than that, you had these gaming magazines. And, you know, towards the back, they had a couple of unsavory, well, shall we say, they had some things on there. They had these, you know, these naked ladies with their ditties on toast hanging out. And you had like a big spread, you know, you had Lara Croft on one page, and then you had these actual real women on the other. And like, I remember the background was red, and then you'd have like individual, just like, oh, ring the hotline, you know? It's called a hotline. I never knew why they call it that. So these telephone boxes, I'd say people had a phone in their house, but you know, people usually would make calls. You know, if they weren't in the house, you have to go to one of these fucking places called a telephone booth, and you close it up. Some people used to eat takeaway dinners off the little table there. You see, it's good that we have this game, so we have a visual. You know, with stand-up comedy, you know. What's the point of this? There isn't a lot of visuals you can do. You know, you don't have a fucking telephone boot prop with you at any time. But yeah, I bring up that because I was watching a film with my friend, and it was like one of those. It's called Planet Terror, and Quentin Tarantino. He spoilers, but his balls fucking fall off like into rotten flesh because he's a zombie. You know. That's why I was thinking of the plague and stuff earlier. But, you know, there's one of the characters, she's like, I want to be a stand-up comedian, right? What the fuck is the point of doing that if the world's gone to shit and there's like no one around? It's just fucking the undead. Sorry, I know it's wrong to say undead, it's the unalived. Or the non-living. Yeah, you can't say certain words anymore. Oh, and in the credits for Tarantino, it came up. And unfortunately, it was, I'll say this after, but when it came to the credits, it said, for Quentin Tarantino, he's listed as #1 rapist. But anyway, beside the point, I just thought I'd get that out there. So what was I on about? The fucking magazines. So, you know, you'd have to spend a good couple of quid if you wanted to call these things, you know, the hotline. So there was this gamer hotline, and they kind of married the two. So if you played games in like the 90s and the early 2000s, like I was a child, just a little child, and you get the gaming magazines to figure out, you know, what the fuck is coming next for games, and I just want to know, like, how do you do things and all that. Well, I never rang any of these, but some people did. So you had the person on the other end, and he'd tell you with his script, he goes, do you have a shotgun? He goes, no. You know, he has like a script to talk and stuff. But apparently, like, there was this other stuff, you know, there's these chat lines, you know, these sex lines. So if you rang the wrong number, you think you're getting tips for Resident Evil. Instead, you're getting a different sort of evil in your ear, and she's you know, she's whispering all sorts of unsavory, sultry kind of fucking things. You know, they call it like phone sex. I'm like, you know, how are you gonna, you know, have sex with this? It's fucking weird. And then years later, there was ASMR about it. People listening to ladies whisper into their ear to go to bed. You know, instead you have a flagging erection. But, you know, if you rang the wrong number and you're like, oh, yeah, I got any tips for Resident Evil? She goes, yeah, I got some tips for you. You know, take your trousers off, and, you know, they talk dirty to you. So they go, you know, are you all alone? And all that sort of stuff. It's like, yeah, imagine you're pulling my hair back and all this. Like, oh, I don't want to, oh, filthy. I don't want to fucking talk about that. And then she's just like, you know, I hate to say this, is your cock out? It's like, whoa, no, what? I don't want to hear any of this. And so you probably fucking hang up at this point. But it's too late. You've wasted your quid. You've lost your euro. No, it wasn't euros. It was pounds back then. Your dollar or so. And people didn't have a lot of money, so maybe you rented the game. So not only are you disappointed because you didn't get tips on how to get through the level, but yeah, if you got something else, and then you're distracted because you fucking got you rock hard, and then, you know, people with the DualShock controller, you know, this is the vibration feature. If that was resting on your genitals, yeah. That's another aspect. You call it foreplay, don't they? But what was the point? Yeah, the magazines had that stuff in it. I don't know. They did away with the sort of sex magazines being included in the gamers magazine because it was implied that, you know, the gamers don't get a lot of sex. But see these phone. What you do is if you're you go out, you go on your holidays, right? And you know, you'll be with your parents, and you know, I don't know why, but you'd have to punch in like a code. You had to get the right area code, and you had to like decipher a puzzle just to ring home. And then when you did ring home, you ring only your like relatives or your friends. And what you call them about is, hey John, how's the weather back home? He goes, it's you live here? What? It's fucking raining. What do you mean? Well, it's nice and sunny where we are right now. We just thought we'd ring you. We spent a good lot of our money for this holiday to ring and tell you that you know, we're enjoying the sun right now. Our skin is blotched red, and we maybe have a risk of skin cancer or whatever. But just try and let you know that we're enjoying the sun and you're not. Oh, that's great news. And did anyone die at home? No. And what are you up to? Just trying to get some sleep. Because you're in a different country, you forgot about the time zone. Oh, yeah. You're in a different time zone. That's interesting, isn't it? And then there, you know, that you run out of things to say. What did you get up to? Oh, none much. Just went to the beach. Made a sand castle. Like, I'm a grown man and I made a sand castle. I also went to McDonald's. Yeah, what's the McDonald's like over there? Oh, it's McDonald's. Okay, I've ran out of things to talk about to you. I'm quite bored. I think I'm gonna hang up now. So you hang up. But that's my thoughts on these ancient things. And what's quite sad is it's a bit of history. And when I was in Glasgow, they had one. But when it comes to Dublin and all sorts of other cities, they're kind of disappearing, which is a bit sad. Let me go on with my life. Oh, hamburgers. If only I could think about those. My shadow is fucking humongous. Get coffee, special blend, beer on sale, only $5.99 and some Haribos. Back when the sweets and the Coke tasted better and the sugar tax hadn't taken effect.
Anybody there?
And also the lights aren't on in the petrol station. I don't want to go in here.
Something's not right.
What I don't like about American shops, or stores as they call them, you gotta apply the tax at the till. And there's the bleach. So when you can't take it anymore, you douse that in your stomach. Oh, we got Eric, the Dragon Slayer, and we also got what? The Undercover Thrill. These are some great vinyl records. And you got Gatorade or some shit, or the Red Juice Man.
You alright?
This is a peculiar looking fella.
Don't move. I'll be back for you.
Somebody was itching for the new Nintendo Switch and they took a big bite out of his neck. Great. Orange soda. Who loves orange soda? Kel loves orange soda. Keenan and Kel. People only remember the orange soda thing and then don't really remember much else. He's making a big ruckus behind this heavy door.
Stop moving.
Officer, you need help?
Stay back, sir. I got this.
Oh no.
Chicken.
I don't think he has it.
Freeze!
Oh, I have a gun. Kind of feel bad for him though. He's just hungry, you know? You know, he didn't mean anything bad by it. let's have a check of their inventory. They got Lucky Charms, and they have all of the great signature cereals. They got a blue monkey with a knit cap. That's good. And they got the caution the floors wet. You see, you're missing out on all these like little cool, interesting details that you didn't have in the original game. Speaking of which, check this out. You don't want that. If you want to be reminded of the past. Now he's a polygonal dude. I'm a Lego man.
This can't be.
Not a Lego man. They always say Legos, don't they, in America? Let's roll on over.
What the?
I heard a song on the radio and it was I'll wait until I'm out of this hellhole.
Don't shoot!
Get down!
He was just an African American. Why'd you shoot him?
You alright?
Yeah, I think so. Thanks.
You can thank me later. When we're
He's
safe.
more handsome than usual now.
Shit.
I heard there was a new deal at the off license. Oh.
Come on! Get in! Hold on.
Another thing I miss about old stuff is like the old car keys. They're so much cooler than those digital ones. Well, this is very fitting, you know?
What's going on?
I don't know. Hopefully they'll have some answers at the police station.
At least now I don't have to move my mouth when I speak.
Yeah. Leon Kennedy. You are?
Claire. Claire Redfield.
Live around here?
No. Looking for my brother. He's a cop too.
I'd fucking rather go back with those zombies. This conversation is very
I
awkward.
don't know what to expect anymore.
I'd rather get eaten alive than be in that car. Nah, I'm only messing. I think I'd rather be in the car. Upside down. The Empire State Building that's in Raccoon City instead. I don't know why, but I was reminded of this because I went down one of those rabbit holes. You ever hear these? If you were interested in what I've been getting up to, no one cares about what I've been getting up to in my private life. Apart from stalking the night, I've been going down the Orson Welles well. So apparently he'd gorge on 2 steaks and a pint of scotch. And if you thought that was bad, his buddy Alfred Hitchcock would have 3 steaks and 3 bowls of ice cream. See, they were larger than life. And large. The reason he came up with the movie Rear Window was I just had to see the title screen there. The reason he came up with the movie Rear Window was because he was so fat he couldn't turn his rear around to see it.
Due to the citywide outbreak,
And a popular question on Google is, let me read this. I have it on my phone still. What did Alfred Hitchcock like to eat and why was Orson Welles so heavy? Then, was Alfred Hitchcock a heavy drinker? Well, yes, he drank big pints of frozen cow's milk. And according to those who knew him well, he wanted to make one more film before his passing. The Man Who Ate Too Much. You know, I held a seance to get more information, but I couldn't make out what he was saying. He kept on going on about the French.
take shelter at the Raccoon City Police Station. Free food and medical supplies will be provided to everyone in need.
I'm in need right now.
Police station's not much farther. They'll know something.
Turn the radio on for God's
Yeah,
sake.
but-
It's too lonely.
What if we're the only ones? What if there's no survivors?
No, there's survivors. It's a big city.
I need plastic surgery to help my face. In over 30 years, they haven't fixed this road. All the council money is going towards them drug addicts, you
We're
know?
walking from here.
It's been 6 years since I've played this, but like... You forget how well made it is, you know? It's like watching a movie or something.
You gotta back up.
I don't think graphics can look any better than this, but, you know, they still try.
What the?
It's that crazy trucker from ages ago.
Holy shit. There, get out. Get out now!
It's like Black Friday.
Hold on!
Hold up, we need to get to Smith's. I need to buy out all the Pokemon cards, you know, for kids, for myself, you know? I might down the audio a bit. It is a bit loud for the game. Ever so slightly. There. Does he even have ribs?
Claire! Claire, you okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. How about you?
You can't stay here, it's not safe.
The unalive are going around. Oh no.
I'll be there.
Go to the police station. Or get to.
This is out of control.
They all crashed their car and they ended up getting eaten. Oh no, I'm next.
Chicken.
That was a mistake. Am I live? Oh, I've got my car key that still needs to get rid of. Let me watch where I'm going so I don't end up among them, you know?
Shit.
The music is something else.
They've all turned.
Imagine being one of those people that, you know, I'm really hungry, I could go for a bite to eat, and then you travel into the city and you just end up fucking getting chomped on yourself. That's great. Just make sure this big fat guy doesn't get a chomp out of me. Okay, that did nothing. Okay, finally get to this spot. Right, keep it down, fellas. Keep it down. I'll have a look around here. A yellow fucking cheese tape. Oh, this reminds me of something, so it does. So, recently I saw that they built a statue to the homeless. You know, that's something you really to inspire people to, you know? Really something to inspire and aspire to be. You know, homeless. So what's this, who's this guy, Frag? Oh, him? Well, what he did was, you know, he drank a lot of booze and smoked a lot of cigarettes. But he's now, he's on the pills and the needles now. See, it's easier to build a statue for the homeless than it is to make a house made out of wood. But, and it wasn't, you know, when you think of, you know, a guy with an unkempt beard and he's got a woolly knitting cap on him and he's, you know, got maybe beans or something in his beard. He's got those fingerless gloves and he's got holes in his pockets. You know, you really picture our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ of Nazareth. You know, he died on the cross, you know. He's up there and he's like, oh, dying for all your sins, you know. And you know, what better place to put him than to commemorate him is on a bench. So you know, that's something, you know. And say you know, you're a homeless guy and you're going around and you spot this bench and you're just going, It's you, Jesus. Yeah, I see you're laying down there. You know, I have nowhere to go, and I'm hungry. I'm starving, and no water. But you know, I'm wordless. I just wake up and do the same thing every day. You know, you died for our sins and all. You know, and you can turn water to wine. You know, unlike me. So I'm just gonna lay down here. You know, on the side here. And you keep that whole bench to yourself there, Jesus. You know, and meanwhile, what Jesus is thinking is, so you're telling me that, you know, you built a statue to me, and it wasn't like the one over in Rio de Janeiro, you know? It's not the big me that directs planes in when they're landing, no. You decided to have me nailed down to a bench. Right. Are you guys calling me homeless? You fuckers, I have you fucking know that, you know, my dad, he built houses for a living. He wasn't a worthless, homeless bum, you know? And my other dad, he built everything. But, yeah, that's my thought. You see, people think that art, you know, that symbols are more important than, you know, the truth. And, you know, I disagree. Because, you know, what is it? Well, what's the point of, you know, I'll tell you this, with Jesus, you know, you do something once, you do something once, and people never let you live it down. I'll tell you that. The people keep on bringing it up. Everywhere you go, you know, they got them in graveyards, you know, nailed to that thing. They got them dead to rights. So of course we got the our meter, our gas meter, our electricity meter taped up so that the fucking gas man has nothing to look at. Also, I forgot to re-equip my skin, so let's do a casual or this. I can't remember what you do. Just normal then, so the game, you know, knows what it's doing. But I think they have like actual actors for this game. See, back in the 90s, you couldn't make a human if you tried. You know, their fingers were all glued together. Unfortunately, like in My Name is Earl, there's the guy with the really strange condition where he's got like lobster hands. But back in the PS1 days, everybody had lobster hands. Everybody was Zoidberg from Futurama. A CRT screen. That's what I want to see.
There has to be someone here.
He's such a K-pop looking fucking guy, isn't he? His smooth skin, reports and contacts, Windows 95.
Not good.
David, Marvin,
This is an Apple computer, isn't it?
it's in here.
It's cool that it's like the old game, top-down perspective, isn't it?
I gotta find that guy.
I hope he memorized that map. I love that detail. You can like look at it again. Yeah, really take that in. You see, you have this in. There's one thing I wish that they could have did better that the Silent Hill 2 remake did fucking fantastic. Is that to really keep in line with the time period like it came out. The guy opens up a physical map. You know, James, his fucking green army jacket. Yeah, he opens up an actual map when he's looking at the map. This is just some stupid fucking menu. It takes you out of the, you know, you're in the game, you know? Well, if there's anything for certain, I'm not using any of those free fucking stuff. Fuck that. And, I believe when they were making this, the original one, it wasn't gonna be set in, like, a museum fucking police station. It was, they had to remake the whole game because apparently it was really boring. It wasn't great. And this remake is a remake of that, and so everything's a remake of something, you know? But, I've been going on these fucking strange tangents. I forgot what I was even going to talk about now. The Howling Wind. Yeah, what was it? Yeah, the details is what I was on about. They have to put so much work and effort into this. And people just brush by it and don't even give it a second chance. I remember what I was saying. Yeah, in the old days, you couldn't get actors for games. It's just, you couldn't put them in. The technology wasn't there yet. So if there's anything I wish they kind of did with this is not to like, because you don't have like a GPS, like you don't have a GPS map. You don't have like a Google Maps map back in those days to figure out where you had to go. You had to memorize it all. So you're a conference room with your many mics. You got your SingStar boogie microphones. And your radio. If there was one benefit from way back then, is not everything was on your phone. If you wanted to listen to music, you had to buy the, you had a cassette tape, and you had a cassette player, your Sony Walkman. You know, things were cooler back then. It's just, all the novelty's been ripped out, and it's just kind of been replaced by this, artificial kind of feeling, you know, experience where we all, oh, it's social media, but yeah, people are online but don't want to speak at all. Nice. Hey, look, it's Facebook. You put your face in there and you'll figure out real quick. Or it's TikTok, I don't know. It's a real shame that people's attention spans are fried beyond belief. Can't even watch a whole film or play a game without opening up their phone. And here is my promise to you. Except for the time I had to read that thing out, the TV thing. I will not open my phone for anything or during the play of this game. I'll be dedicated. For the folks at home, we are playing Resident Evil 2 Remake from 2019.
Chicken.
Lovely. Now we can see in excruciating detail what a man being disemboweled looks like. That's what we've always wanted. Since the 90s. You know, back when it was just like a Lego man, at least it didn't look so fucking, you know, realistic. So, you got your parking, you got the way out, you got the three, fucking, what's that game called? The game where you put the Connect 4, is you gotta collect 3 Connect 4, 3 Connect 4 red things. So, a lion, a herb, and an eagle. This guy was really smoking his guts out. And now he's got no guts. Oh fuck, look who it is. Well, I'm gone. I'm not sticking around to get a parking ticket or something. That's what Leon would have said in Resident Evil 4. No doubt. He's got a... I'm more scared of the fact that he's got a checkered pattern shirt. Oh no. Quick. Get the fuck out of here. Oh no, it looks like it's the end for Leon Scott Fitzgerald Kennedy. They did a cinematic fucking thing with a violin.
You're safe. For now.
Thanks.
Marvin Browner.
Leon Kennedy. There was another off strike. I couldn't.
I'm just thinking of his fucking butt chin as he's saying that. I don't suppose that stomach problem you got there, Marvin, was from eating a nice juicy jelly roll or something from the bakery. I did. It was a baked good that did that.
Not a clue. But
I'm all
honestly,
suited
the
up
reason
anyway.
is that this place will eat you alive if you aren't careful.
Haha, eat you alive.
I wish I could
Nice.
sooner.
You're here now, Leon. That's all that matters.
Okay, Lieutenant. I'm ready.
Hopefully you'll be able to find a way out of this station. That officer you met earlier, Elliot. He thought this secret passageway might do the trick.
Yeah, thanks for the blood on the
We can get
on
you
my
to
notepad.
No, I am not the priority here.
Lieutenant, I'm not just gonna leave you here.
I'm giving you an order, rookie. You save yourself first. I'd come with you, but I'd just slow you down. Now, you'll need this.
I can't take him.
Stop. And don't make my mistake. If you see one of those things, uniform or not, you do not hesitate. You take it out, or you run. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Some great performance, but all I've been thinking about is Leon's fucking butt chin. Oh yes, a combat knife. I've always wanted one of these. I'm hearing the screams of the unalive. What is this? Okay, Marvin, you can't be just littering here. Like, that's disgraceful. Like, at least clean. It looks like a pigsty, this whole place, Marvin. Like, come on. Your leather couches are fucking ruined. But, you know. Hey, welcome to England. You got welcome to America, and you got welcome to England. So, what was I thinking of just there? I was distracted by the butt chin thing and something else. I had something more important to talk about than that, and I was thinking about music or something. I was thinking about that cutscene. Yeah. As soon as I get to work, the first thing they want me to do is get the fuck out of here, you know? You need to get the hell out of here, man. Put pen to paper. Yeah. People like to complain about all the yellow in these games, like, oh, look, there's yellow in my game. And yellow is like a sickly color, you know? There's this quip about having to go to work. Oh, look at this. Is that a fucking plant? And what else do I got to sign here on the information board? Who knows? A thing I forgot to mention about the whole homeless statue thing was, you know, at least with the memorial benches, you know, there's just a name there, not like fucking a whole statue fucking on the ground. I'm gonna really take my time with this game, really delve deep in. It's like a school was boarded up or something. Let's have a look at this guy. Oh, very good. He got the Tarantino treatment from that movie. How the fuck did he end up there? Like, come on, let's be real. Like, what? How did the pipe break in such a way? And like, did he fucking fall through the floor? And it boggles the mind. Oh, and look, scratch marks. That doesn't. That's not good. Yeah, keep out. I remember with those floor signs. Don't be running. Don't want to slip and hurt your arse. Well, miss. I see you're ready to come in. We're not exactly ready to take on new cases at the moment, but you stay put there, and I'll come right back to you to listen to your complaint. I got the forms right here to fill out, and I don't think we were going to be solving the case of missing person Blair or something. They just... Yeah, miss, I already said we're busy. We're not taking on any new cases, miss. Oh, God. You gotta keep ahead of these things, you know? I apologize for laughing over what I said. It's kind of ruined it, but she'll be thinking about that for a while, I suppose. You know? She's got a lot of it on her mind. So it's really sad that they got Madeleine McCann, and they launched a new investigation, which, you know, 23 years later, we gotta find her. And apparently they're still looking for like a 5-year-old or 7-year-old child. I don't know how maths works or anything, but it's gonna be interesting when they're still looking for a child 20 odd years later, you know? You know, I'm not a great mathematician or anything, but I feel like she might have grown up or something. So what have we got? We're going to turn this into a shelter. We got an addendum. A refugee attacked us. Fucking refugees. A mob attacked the station. And then another clash on the west side by David Ford. Maybe he's related to the car fella. And a nice, realistic, bloodied map. What else do we got? The case of, what's his name? What's his name? Mark Almond. We can't fucking find Mark Almond. He's famous. When a famous person goes missing, you know, they got all the fucking search helicopters out and they're... Well, we're gonna find Mark Almond. What's staying this way? What's he got hiding? He's got bullets. He was... for his dying breath, he just wanted more bullets. Ah, of course. Of course they got the big fat zombie wishing to get into that vending machine. Maybe he wasn't a zombie at all. Maybe he was just a regular guy. Well... Well, what were you the thing was fucking open. He was going for, in America they call them chips, we call them crisps. Interesting. I like that. Cold drinks. Like, people are yearning for the old days of, like, when, you know, companies had, like, less minimalism for the look of stuff. Just seeing a very, like, bright vending machine like this is just, like, soothing, you know? Okay. You got the West office. Are we getting any work done, fellas? You gotta wake up from your nap, sir. You bastard.
What the fuck?
Oh, great. Yeah, you're lying down on the job. You can't be doing that. Get up. Any more bullets? I don't think it's a good use of bullets. Oh, look, whey protein. My favorite. And what do we got? Here, we got more bullets. Let's get rid of those. Let's see. Use of gunpowder. You can make shotgun shells and mag. Don't know what mag is. Put it at the end of that and you get something quite potent, we'd say. Or potent. Potent. What the fuck is this? Charlie in the glass elevator or something? You know, all of Roald Dahl's old books like James and the Giant Peach come under fire because there's a lot of racist stuff in there. Oh, really? What? A book called James and the Giant Peach is racist. What? It's like as if it was written in a different time period or something. What? Now, your mission is to unlock your desk. It's the initials of our first names. Good luck, Leon. By the way, it might take a little work to get Scott to give you a straight answer. Classic Scott. So, was he bleeding out while he was writing this fucking message to me? So we got David Ford, we got Elliot Edward, we got... where is the fucking... There's the paper. Neil. So N-E-D. So N-E-D. So N-E and then D. That's it. What do we got on this side? We got an M for Marvin. We got a R for Rita. And we got a... Where's the other one? It's on the fucking floor. Oh, it's on the ground. It is George. So MRG. Marge. And there's my desk. That's cool. I made a better gun. Yeah, they got me a lot of fucking folders from my job, which I'll definitely will be using now. That's great. I've also got my Columbo coat rack. Or my Kojak coat rack. Because that's what I need. And look who's up. It's the guy, it's the fucking groundskeeper. Let's shoot him in the ass. And the balls. Oh shit.
What the?
You know how he said don't hesitate? I've been hesitating a lot. Let's see, shoot him again. Oh, nasty. At least like I said with the old graphics, you know, that shit didn't happen. I'm gonna miss these old style, really bad for you, bad lumber support stools. Every desk is an IKEA desk. Oh, it's a new guy. He's like a lieutenant or something. Interesting. It's an interesting pose. If you have a bit of patience, sir, I'll be right over in a second. Oh. Well, I'm gonna go in this room and see what the story is in here. The medicinal benefits of herbs. Yeah, I never got that. Americans, you Americans, and your pronunciations. You call them herbs. I gotta get damn herbs. Instead of herbs, you call them herbs. Humans, or humans, have used herbs to treat sickness and disease since the dawn of time. I like hearing this. In this book, I'm starting to feel sleepy reading this. You get the red herbs, and you can combine them and make a big herb. And that's how you get Herbie fully loaded. Right. Can I move these out of the... I can sort them. I don't think I can move them. I'm just gonna have to ignore them for now, because they're gonna ruin this whole thing. Should I keep this? I'm gonna get rid of one of those. Yeah, I'm happy enough like that. I thought that was the American flag. The film contains evidence. Do not leave out. And what do I do with this? Do I smoke it? I'll tell you this, his fucking posture could be a bit better, you know? He's got some serious gamer neck going on. So he does. I got 2 of those. And some of these suitcases are still hanging about. Let's combine these and make a bigger yoke. Yep, it's all coming back. My Kojak coat rack. Oh, look. Let me pick something up here. Hold on. We're closed for business today, sir. If you board it up, the glass is a lot more indestructible, so it is. Let's head up the steps. Hello, miss. And look who it is. If it isn't George.
What the hell?
Oh, George, careful, you nearly fell down the stairs. Nearly went off the banister, so... Yeah, Leon isn't, oh god. He tricked me good. I heard heavy breathing, you see. Holy fuck. You can really move around in those jeans and Converse. Come on.
What the?
You gotta stick that knife into him. Can I have my knife back? Good. I'll take that. I got the men's locker room. Oh, that's a shame. I was hoping to see somebody's fucking, you know, beautiful balls or something coming in here, but no. It's hot and steamy without the men. That's a disappointment for the ladies playing this game as well. Oh, look who it is. He's saying hello at least, look. You got some nice nails, sir. Ah, no smoking in the locker room. Steel boy. Nah. Oh fuck, I'm gonna have to... I'll have to wait until I heal myself now. Let's have a look at this. It's a puzzle. You use this and... I see. So you can do that and that. This is satisfying enough. So, that. Nope. Okay, now what? Oh, I'm getting lucky. Shit. Nope. What the fuck? Ah. That's not too bad. What do I get? Somebody's fucking keyboard bits. What the fuck? Who's putting keyboard bits in the locker room? It's a bit of a strange hobby to have. So Frank, I noticed that my keyboard's missing some, you know, crucial bits like the keys. Yeah, he's after smashing the glass. Great. I want to know where. Oh, look, he's got no arm.
Shit.
Yeah, just walk inside of that, and oh, he buckled. Maybe he was a stripper or something in his past life. He moonlighted as a stripper, right? What? Which one would I like? Put it here. Nope. Just keep guessing. This keypad is absolutely filthy. There's one. You got shotgun stuff. Oh fuck. I think that's it. Nope. Oh shit. Let's have a look what we get. My favorite, more powder. And a thing. What other goodies? There's some of these. Wait, it's 201 available. Hold on. If I have another key thing, I can get that. Okay, what's this say? It appears that the keyboard to the lockers is missing a few keys. I suggest that the person responsible for this mess find them and fix this right now. You know who you are, you bastard. Who else fucking up this bad? Yeah, like, what are you doing? Why are we making puzzles here? It's a fucking... It's an emergency, and you just solve these fucking puzzles, okay? I'm gonna use this. I need the room. Some film. You see, long time ago, before the dawn of these smartphones and these smart fellas who have them, you had to go to a pharmacy to get your photos printed, you know, developed. So you'd have to do it in this thing called a dark room, right? And you'd send your photos, your family photos in, and you hope to God the fucking weirdo that worked there didn't do something in the dark room with your photos. And it did happen, I believe. It's just an old guy with a big fucking scepter and a book. But you had to wait for like a week or however long it took them to develop. You had to hang your photos out to dry, and then sometimes you get your photos back in like somebody you knew had like red eyes, and you're like, what? I didn't know she was the devil. Like, what? I guess she's the fucking devil. So, more work needs to be done up this way. Ah, not more of those. I'm hearing something. Some swinging noise. Is it this? Just ever so slightly moving. It's a naked figurine. There's the classic phone. And another thing I forgot to say about the old style phones is you'd be like, someone would call you and then they were like, because everybody in the house had, it wasn't just for you, so you go, you'd answer the phone and be like, who's this for? And then he goes, here, it's for you. It's not for me, it's for you. Yeah, everybody has their own individual phone now, but it wasn't always the case. And then you'd just be holding the phone, and you'd be like twirling, like, see that bit? You'd be like twirling like this bit. Like it's like a snake, it's the cord. and you were kind of stuck to where you were. You couldn't walk and pace around with the phone. Like, you could probably get to hear it most. Otherwise, it'd fall out. It's just plugged into the wall. And, you know, your friend would just be yapping on the phone, just keep on yapping to you. And, you know, people can fucking hear you as well. Like, there's no privacy or anything. And, so you'd be holding the phone, and then you'd swap arms because your arms get tired. And, you'd be like, hey, you're talking you're talking my ear off. And your ear would start to get fucking warm as well because you're holding it there for so long.
What in the...
Here, what am I looking at? To any survivors. They're blind as a bat. The library, huh? This place looks like a shithole. Fucking hell. Make some room. Look at this crazy character. Haunted dolls. And look, I bet she has something to do with it. She's probably in the doll now. That's how it usually goes, doesn't it? I think that's where I came in. Okay. Just getting lost. Oh, I see you. Yeah, I can see you. Hold on. What's this? Of course, Sane Man's notes. I boarded all those filthy pigs up in a steel pen. I set off some C4, and all I gotta do is detonate and say, "Sayonara, suckers." So a very Bruce Willis kind of like lingo. Maybe I'll kill him. I'll give him a Rodney Dangerfield voice. Yeah, maybe I'll kill him, a little toy. Tell him, kill the guy next to you, and I'll spare the others, you know? What'll you do? Oh, I fucking didn't get to read the rest of it. I'll tell you, I got no respect. A hip pouch. Yeah, these were way more popular. The Velcro camera pouches and shit. Nobody goes around wearing those anymore. Marcus Aurelius. There he is, and his wife. You know when someone says bust? I miss when bust used to mean,
Are you okay, Marvin?
Sorry, Marvin. You interrupted me.
Copy that. I'll be right there.
Yeah, after he rudely interrupted me, he's just gorging on someone's ass. Sorry to interrupt you there, you fella, eating somebody's ass out. But, at least there's one sane person looking at the books. But, what was I saying? I had something there, and now it's gone. Maybe if I walk into the room, it'll re-jog my memory here. Yeah, I remember when the word bust meant like instead of a statue, it meant somebody's, you know, fucking breasts and stuff. No, I mean like it used to mean like a statue bust. And now people are filthy thinking bust means whatever happens in your trousers or something. Fucking people are disgusting. Nice library you got. And another map. I got an itchy ear. Hold on. Oh. My ear got really itchy, and now look who it is. You couldn't find the book on the Book of Life. Oh, that didn't bode well. Ah, the unicorn. I don't know what this is. Oh, look, I found it. The scribblings of Rodney Dangerfield. Hold on. Yeah, you're such a good cop. So good, you had to die, you know? Man, this is fun. I need some music for this. Kind of sounds like Sylvester Stallone. I used to... Years ago, before I decided to do it, like, you know, do shit like this, right? I would do it, but I was just... I don't know what compelled me to. But I just do all sorts of random voices, and I didn't really have a plan per se. I still kind of don't. But you know, I for some reason would do a Sylvester Stallone impression for no reason. Fish, scorpion, water. I got a big fucking coin. You know those commemorative coins? In a couple of years, this is gonna be worth something. And then their house is just full of these old fucking rotten coins. Oh shit, I have no space for anything. I'll come back to it. You hold on to that thought there. I need to go see Marvin. Gotta tell him the news. Marvin, what the fuck did you eat, man? You're still struggling. What laptop is that? It looks like one of those educational laptops. It looks like one of those really fucking shit, like Leap Tech or something. Leapfrog.
Yes. I knew she'd make it.
You know her?
Yeah.
I've been watching her, Leon.
Town with her.
You know, since you've been gone, I've been watching her on the camera. Ooh, dog.
Get to that courtyard. Through the second floor. East side.
There's nothing wrong with Marvin.
I'm on it. Thanks, Lieutenant.
That's the last time I saved your butt, Leon. You and your second butt, your butt in your face, your butt chin prick. I'll have a plate of cigarettes to go, please. Now, what do I want to do? Oh yeah, the box. I'm gonna put some shit in that box. I'll get rid of this and this. That'll do. I'm just taking my sweet, sweet time, so I am. Got all the time in the world to sort this fucking mess out. Yeah, Marvin, you gotta stop fucking letting people eat you, man. You know, you're the bigger man. If people want a piece of you, man, you tell them to fuck off. Just because they want a piece of Marvin doesn't mean you fucking let them. And then you're the one suffering, you know? I tell you, he gets no respect.
So Elliot was right.
Yeah, but the passage isn't open yet.
If there's anything I wish on anybody, and I don't wish a lot on anyone, is the passage of your bowels. I wish them to be free and open. There's nothing worse than having a blockage there, you know? You gotta stop eating her ass, man. You get one taste of that thing and you're all over her, man, you know? Size of her opening. It's like a canoe. I tried to do like a Super Dave voice and I fucked it up.
Son of a bitch.
How is this guy still functioning? He's not happy. He is not happy. Listen, sir. The buffet's closed, okay? Okay, maybe that'll sort him out. Good lad. Am I done? Am I? Or the book? I forgot the fucking book. I saw that Hideo Kojima says that he's got a game where, oh well, look at this straggler now. Pizza-faced fuck. But anyway, Hideo Kojima says he's got a brand new game idea. And he says, if you spend less time you play the game, the guy you're playing as forgets how to, you know, do things in the game, you know? Which reminds me, right? That apparently, you get this, Hideo Kojima's got this new game idea where if you don't play the game for a while, your character forgets, you know, how to play the game. Which reminds me that I need to look at something here. Hold on. It's a lion and a leaf and a bird. The golden lion coin. There was that summer game festival thing for the gamers, right? And they had like a lot of trailers and stuff for certain things. And so I'm watching it, and then it occurs to me that there's a running theme amongst all these games that these Japanese people are making. And you know, it really dawns on me that the thing that they're really, you know, biting at the teeth to, or whatever the fuck the saying is, what they really want to get their dirty mitts on is that, you know how, you know, life is unrelenting and it fucking takes forever? Well, for the Japanese anyway, a lot of the games that they make are centered around death. Because for them, it's a fantasy, you know? Because they dream every day, you know, oh, if only anything could take me out of this mortal coil, this fucking horrible existence. Because, you know, people envy the Japanese, you know? The fact that they're only like 4'2", and Americans go over there and go, oh, konnichiwa, and all that, you know? But after World War II, they had that boom of their economy and stuff, right? But, so here's the day in the life of the average Japanese office man. He gets up bright and early in the morning, you know? And he gets to work just barely, you know? And he gets into the office, and what do? They put him on the weighing scales, and they go, oh, you're slightly overweight, man. I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to fine you for being a fat fuck. And then you think that's bad. Then they make you do your morning stretches, you know, your morning exercises. Yeah, everybody in the office has to do them. So then you get right down to work, and you know, comes to closing of the day, you're fucking tired and you just want to go home. Well, get this, you got to do overtime. I'm sorry, but you're not getting paid for this or anything. But everyone's expected, you know, to you know, you got to keep it on till 9 o'clock, you know. And say if you don't do that, well, then you could lose your job. What they tend to do is give you pretend work. It's pretty fucking bad. You're cast out of the social circle, you know. And then get this, say you work to overtime, then you're dragged off to you're hauled off to the bar with your boss, and you better drink with the boss, and you know he can hold his liquor and you can't. So you're fucking blackout drunk, and then you're running over to the trains because you want to get home in time. You want to make home to your loving family that, you know, you do the work for, you know? So you get through the door, well, you try and get through the door, but you're only in the train station and you miss it. The last train home. and you collapse in the street. And, you know, people don't really seem to care that, oh, this happens all the time. There's a drunk guy, couldn't make it home to work to his loving family. And then, you know, say you fucking can't stick it anymore. You get to work, and you decide to take a wrong turn, and you walk outside the fucking window. There's a fucking trampoline waiting for you. There's a whole obstacle course net ready to catch you, so you can't even go that way. You know, it's dishonorable to do it that way, because you're expected to use the ceremonial fucking, you know, death knife. You know, have some fucking respect and kill yourself with the right equipment, you know? If you're gonna do it, you have to buy that fucking knife. And make sure you do it right, okay? And then your wife is thinking, okay, you hate your life, and more importantly, you hate me, you hate your wife, because why else did you got the fucking, you got that, you bought that on Amazon. Well, anyway, instead of spending your money on that shit, just go to work, will you? Good. I'm glad we got that settled. Let's look at this safe code. Was there anything I picked up that had anything? There's no mention of any safe codes. I don't know why I picked that up. And down the hall I go. Yeah, holy fucking shit. The safest form of travel is by plane, isn't it? But a helicopter to hell and back, you're gonna end up through a building. There was like a guy who survived like a plane crash. He's like the one survivor, like 240 odd. And people like, you know, can't get over, like, oh my god, he survived the plane crash. And they're like, yeah, he was sitting in this seat. And then people are writing notes, they're like trying to take notes and going, you know, in case I get into a horrific crash, I want to be the only survivor of it, you know? Like that guy. But get this. You know what I think? They should just make they should make a plane out of that man. It's the only thing that fucking survived out of it.
Leon?
Just gonna take a drink.
Claire! Hold on! I'll be right there!
Okay.
Well, there's no chances for that guy now.
Claire! It's so nice to see you.
How are you doing? That helicopter just came out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
I'm in one piece.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Guessing you don't have a key in one of those fancy pockets?
Unfortunately, no. But how are you doing?
You know, just surviving.
That's good.
Yeah.
Any luck with your brother?
No, not yet.
Claire, don't lose hope. I'm sure we're gonna find him.
Having a nice date through the fence is not. This isn't the time, okay?
Damn it. You know what that means?
Yeah.
Starving Marvin's ready.
Chicken.
Claire, I think you should go.
Don't worry about me, Leon. You take care of yourself.
Claire, you need to go. Now!
Okay. Let's get through this. Both of us.
Marvin, I've got a situation here.
Yeah, there's some hungry fuckers out there now. Oh no. Why the fuck did I pick this shit up? Oh, I have no space. I'll get rid of it.
Marvin, do you copy? Marvin! Damn it.
For some reason, I forgot to mention this earlier with the whole car radio thing. Yeah, on the radio, they had a song from the 80s, and it goes like this. Robert De Niro's Waiting by Bananarama. And I'm like, you could write a song about anything in the 80s, you know, people would fucking eat that shit up, you know? Oh fuck, if only I had that fucking board. Great. I've got... Is that 20 bullets left? No, that's 2 bullets left over. And a flash bang. Flash grenade. Hold on, what should I do? I've got no room for fucking anything. Use my knife here, maybe, and contend with him. Here, you stay the fuck back. I'd hate to be this zombie. Oh, there's 2 of them, great. When I was a child and I used to have really like you know, bad dreams, you know, bad nightmares and stuff. Fuck. You'd always have somebody chasing you like around a table for some reason. And you know in your dreams you're like running really like fucking slow. It's nothing worse. He's by the Scatman hat. You know what's ironic about the whole Scatman? Well, not really ironic. You know what's interesting about the Scatman world song? Half the song is like fucking gibberish, right? It's just fucking gobbledygook, right? But it's like the most profound song ever made, and half of it's just fucking unintelligible shit. What is scat anyway? Maybe you should Google what scat means. If there's any hope for any of us, we need somebody to Google scat. Nice. Do I have any room in my... Oh fuck, did I pick that up? Get rid of this. Shall I pick this up? Or go down here? I think that's important. I'll take the valve. Nice cushy office you got. You got no computer in there or nothing. You know, big man fancies himself a fucking computer genius. Remember when people used to say he's a whiz kid? The only thing he'd be whizzing is in the fucking toilet, you know? Nice. Oh fuck, I don't have it. I've got this in that book. Nice, he's getting a nice chomp out of me. It's not as if the fat guy needs any more calories, you know? Stay fucking back. They're like a nice married couple now. Okay, don't fucking bite my fucking heels, please. The tastiest bit of bread is always the heel, isn't it? Where's that fucking thing? Oh, there it is. Well, I hope they find all those missing people. Marvin, I'm back. I don't know what that whole side venture was even for in the end. I have this. Oh, that's used for the steam room, isn't it? Hey Marvin, how you doing? He ate too much. He ate too much Supermax. He's not doing the best. Let me do this. See, I played this game quite a bit. To move on. You know, it's been so long since I've touched it that I can't really remember what I'm doing. But if I'm right, go up this way. Yeah, but what I wanted to talk about was, you know, I saw this thing and it was about the voice of, you know, Shaggy Rogers, and he got into a bit of a kerfuffle with the showrunners, right? He said, I refuse to voice this guy if he eats another fucking morsel of meat in his sandwiches, you know? And, you know, and he's the star of the show, you know? You can't, not anybody can voice Shaggy from, you know, he's like a stoner guy that eats like 12 stacked high sandwiches, you know? You know, they need their Shaggy, you know, in a show called Scooby-Doo. But, I'll talk about it here so I don't lose my train of thought, but so he's like, I'm not gonna voice him anymore unless you change him to a vegetarian, same as me. See, this is years before the whole vegan movement had set in. You know, this guy's chump change compared to the rest of them. He's not as cool, you know? So it comes to one of the episodes, they say, okay, fine. We need our Shaggy. He's important for Scooby-Doo, right? So they get him back, and they promise, you know, we're from this day on, we're gonna make him. We'll just put veggies in the fucking sandwiches, okay? They didn't say exactly like that, and so come to record, and he's looking at the script, and he's thinking, you know, oh, it looks all pretty good, and then he gets like the image shows up, and it's he spots a little something in there, and he gets so pissed off. He's you know, he's marching over to the cartoonists, and you know, they're just doodling away, and he has no respect for them. You know, he's the star of the show, so he goes, "Look, I saw a little something there sticking out that shouldn't be there," and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we forgot." Yeah, it's an easy mistake to make. You know, we're busy working on every single picture that's in the show. And he goes, oh, that's fair enough. And then as he's walking and he's thinking, you know, what a load of baloney, you know. I tell you, they fucking really, you know, was it some sort of fucking joke that they put that in there? Sick people. And then meanwhile the cartoonists are thinking, hey, isn't this the fucking show that like he eats fucking dog food? He's always eating those dog treats, the Scooby snacks, you know, intended for Scooby-Doo. And, you know, at the end of the day, if you think about it, at least fucking, you know, the dog can eat, like, he can eat anything. He's like, you know, there's restrictions on what fucking Shaggy eats, but when it comes to, you know, Scooby-Doo, he can eat whatever the fuck he wants. I just thought that was interesting. And this is before the whole vegan stuff. You know, at least this version of Shaggy, you know, the stoner guy, famous for eating Dagwood sandwiches. At least he can eat bread. No, but if you made him vegan, at least make the fucking the dog treats, you know, vegan friendly. You're eating the same food your dog eats. So that's a lot of hot air. That's a lot of steam. I'm steamed out of it. It's not gonna be an old guy with his fucking bare balls showing now, is there? Ah, never mind. Just checking the lockers. Those are those classic fucking dryers, are there? Get this though. I heard that Meatloaf. You know, I went to a Meatloaf concert, and oh, that was the women's locker room. Oh no, you can't be in here, sir. You're not allowed. I mean, there's a big fucking gaping hole in the women's locker room, as you'd expect, or the men's. Well, we're not going to be sexist here, okay? But I was at a Meatloaf concert, and they were shooting. Yeah, you know, the t-shirt cannons. And of course, you know, you're at a Meatloaf concert, they're shooting plus-size t-shirts into the crowd. And, you know, I'm ducking for cover. You know, I don't want to get hit by a fucking really big t-shirt, or a big fat guy fucking falls on top of me for the t-shirt and I die. So, you know, it was an interesting thing. It was one of my first concerts I ever went to, was a Meatloaf concert, you know? And it's really sad because the guy passed away a while ago. But get this. It turns out that a guy called Meatloaf was a vegan. Yeah. I don't think he had future-proofed his name yet. That, you know, turns out a guy called Meatloaf was a vegan. Oh, speaking of which, I don't know if God had any fucking hand in that abomination. Well, enjoy your meal. I won't disturb you. I'll just let that brain fucking demon up there. You know, good thing brain demons fucking don't know how to use doors. Because otherwise we'd be fucked. A battery. I'll be looking around the house for these fucking 9-volt batteries all the time. There's a heat-resistant safe combination. West office. Interesting. So I gotta keep that in mind. Now, what do I got? Let's check the time. Don't know if that's accurate. I got cans and stuff. I just have some random I have a fucking book. A battery. A fucking... You know, these are all the stuff that we have in our pockets, ladies, you know? I got fucking full books of fucking batteries and fucking hedge clippers and giant lion coins. And of course, bullets. Interesting, yeah. I haven't... Listen, I've been meaning to fucking do one of these fucking stream things for a long time now. And, I know it's been such a long time that, you know, all the plans have been pushed back. But, hopefully we get this fucking show on the road and get more done. Failed. Insert your dongle. Look at this gaming beast. Gaming beast PC. Where's this gamer chair, you know? The most oppressed people out there are fucking gamers, I tell you. Somebody's dog. Somebody's fucking sleuthy fucking DVDs or CDs. They only had CDs back then, isn't it? Is that fucking demon thing up there? Is he still here? He's not prowling the fucking corridor, is he? I think he's about. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, there it is. I'm just gonna pretend, you know, you just pretend I'm not fucking here, you know? Oh, shit. Yeah, if I touch this fucking thing, I'm pretty fucked, aren't I? Yeah, don't make any sudden movements around or you're toast. Yeah, I wanted to go back to the office, you know. You know, I didn't want to stay up, yeah, forgive me for wanting to leave work early, you know? Fucking HR. Let me go out. Good to know that you're over there now. I got other places to be, you know? Just don't pay attention to him. Yeah, I was thinking about that Robert De Niro song, fucking Bananarama, what, and then Scatman. What was I also thinking of? There's another thing. Most of the songs nowadays are fucking old songs that they just fucking talk over. It's fucking awful. In fact, hold on. Well, look. Waiting for someone to open the door for you there, miss. Let me give you a hand, or a bullet, or two. Cool. I don't want to take advantage of that, so I'm just gonna not commit any crimes. And there's the exit. So I have a bunch of shit. Well, fucking whole load of shit in my pockets. And what can I do? I have a fucking battery, I got a book, and a coin. So I'll get rid of the coin. I should have gotten rid of the coin a long time ago. Get rid of the coin. And, a big old book. Big old boring book that I can use to squash insects with, you know? At some stage, I'll get back to the other Resident Evil, you know? There's too much games coming out. You know, there's too much fucking shit. You know, people have so much shit that you can waste your life doing anything nowadays. It's easy to fucking fall down anything, any addiction. Hey, look, it's the Pixar lamp. I don't know why I said that. I don't care about the Pixar lamp right now. Good to know there's a guy around here.
Shit!
Okay, that'll do. A card. Oh, I have space for the card. And a fucking brochure. Let's see. The red stone. At least it's not Rolling Stone with that big page of Sabrina Carpenter all over it. Okay. I took it. Let's see. Look what I did. Let's give him a book. That's a good trade, a book for a gem. He's got the lobster hand syndrome. Okay. And another bust. Okay, I'm gone. It wasn't a bust after all, it was actually a hit. Shoot him in the hole once, and then go, am I in the West Office or something? This is the waiting room. Where's West Office? Okay. I got a safe code and I can use that. Oh yeah. I'm after remembering something. What's the name of that film where, you know, Robin Williams, he goes back to where he fucking came from? And he doesn't go there by boat. And he, you know, he doesn't fly there or anything on like a plane, you know? It's like, reminds me of, you know, Michael Jackson had that ranch or something. Well, it's not like that, but it's an island populated with mostly just children, right? And, oh yeah, Neverland. Yeah, if you're flying to fucking over Neverland, you should... It never bodes well for anyone if this is an island full of kids, you know? But, this movie, right? So the Lost Boys are like, you know, they're huddled around and like, they're trying to get him to get in touch with his inner child, and he's just, you know, he's grown up Robin Williams. He's got a big beard and stuff, and so they're at the dinner table, right? And he's just sitting there, and he's got no food, and they're just like, you know, pulling legs off turkeys and all this, and they're really getting stuck into like ham and all that. Well, you see. There's a problem I have with the film. Largely to do with this big fat kid. So, how did he get so big, you know? Was he eating the other kids or something? You know, he's looking around because, you know, what's he doing? And then someone tells me, you know, that's insensitive. And also, you know, he's probably... his role was that, you know? Yeah, I'm telling you, he got many roles because I don't know why they chose him, no offense. So anyway, he's a big fat child, and the whole gimmick is like you have to imagine, pretend there's food, and that's how Robin Williams sees the food, you know? Because kids use their imagination. So then I'm just thinking, how the fuck does anyone get fat on fake food? And also, if that's the case, why doesn't he just imagine a salad? You know? It boggles the mind. If only if it was that easy. So where do I bring this fucking thing? I got so much shit. It's looking like we're gonna have to maybe come back to this fucking tomorrow or next day or something. Because I got a jewel, I got hedge clippers, fucking everything, you know? And I'm starting to lose my train of thought here because all this talking about food has made me very hungry. And also thirsty. I'm just fucking fiending for a rump roast or something there. So I'm back here, and this is where you get the shotgun. You know, the fucking thing that Kurt Cobain used to blow his head off? Or was it Courtney Love? Who knows? It's always those conspiracy theorists. Was there not like shotgun ammo in the lockers? No? No? No one? Yeah, that's that sorted anyway. What was else was I... What was on the tippy toe of my tongue? I wanted to say. I got... Get rid of this. Got my jewel. Ah, the office, yes. Back to the old office. And what's the key code? The key code is... This is not it. Not that. Here we go. Left 9, 15, 7. It's not one of those ones that go the other way around either. That's it. Oh, very nice. More storage. That's pretty handy actually, you know? Yeah, I've only got food on my mind, to be honest. All this talking about food all day has just made me fucking... You know, if there's any, you know, people say food's an addiction, you know? And I don't know about you, they're like, oh, food is like a horrible drug and it's really bad for you and stuff. Well, I'm a firm believer that if you completely cut food out of your diet, that you won't be living too much, you know, anymore. It's the one drug you can't live without. That's what I say. And you can't live without a brain, either. Well, for some people they get by without one, you know? With ChatGPT or whatever. You don't fucking need to think anymore at all, you know? Everything's a product of their time, you know? As soon as they fucking discontinue humans for the fucking robots, you know? About time we got those fucking sexy robots, you know? Because if there's anything that fucking grinds, you know, really gets my gears going, it's the fucking shiny shaft of a fucking cylindrical fucking robot, you know? Smooth fucking steel. Okay, I'm lost. I'm by the fucking crappy Shaggy room I was telling that story. Yeah, I'm starting to get fucking spooked out here. I don't know what I'm doing. I think the last thing I need is probably fucking over there, but I have a battery and that's it. Maybe if I read one of these books, I'd figure out what to do. Another thing with that AI is, oh, it reads all the books for you and all that, and people aren't doing any of the homework anymore. Listen, I fucking didn't want to do homework as was. You know, your dog would eat it. Now fucking dog has no homework to eat. Poor fucking dog. I think I'm gonna save it. Don't want to over save it, you know? I want to play I need to get back to playing Metal Gear, you know? People are all, you know, this is not exactly the game of choice at the moment if you want people to watch your shit. You know, people want the new thing. People are interested in only the new stuff. No one cares about old 1998, Windows 98 stuff. But I had fun doing this anyway. I got plenty of more stuff to go on here. I'll tell you what, I'll fucking come back at another stage. But I won't leave you hanging too fucking long. That's all I'll say.